After Lunch.
What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in here at the After Lunch podcast, where we bringing you all your dopest local independent artists.
Oh yeah.
Make sure y'all check us out on all social medias, afterlunch.pc. Check us out on our website, afterlunchpodcast.com. Inquire about possibly featuring, here on the After Lunch podcast.
Indeed.
But anyways, let's get right back into it. It's your girl, Tatiana.
Of course, it's the world's favorite uncle, Mr. J.Law. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. And we back again with another banger. We got a special guest in the building. She's an entrepreneur,
Indeed.
a dedicated mom, and a newly found published author.
We're going to get that out. We're going to get that out. That's
we
all
got your girl, Miss TAOP.
Yeah. We're going to add this sound effect. We're going to get that little board one day.
Oh, yeah. That would be
it's not fun if you make them yourself.
That's
yeah.
right.
I like it.
Tim said we already got it. That's
That was authentic.
Yeah. How you doing? How you feeling? Thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me. I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here.
Yes.
You good? You happy?
I'm feeling the vibes.
You got some libation here. You got some little libation. That's always good to get
Whole lot of
things going.
libation.
Oh, I just know that you got a tooth gem?
Yeah.
Oh, how does that process?
It's kind of like when you get braces. Like you gotta put the mouth thing in there, and then they just put some stuff on your teeth, and then they shine the light on it.
That's cute.
Yeah, I need to. Well, one of them came off, so I need to get it redone. But
Understandable.
I'm gonna do some extra stuff.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
Oh yeah, me
Bling
too.
it out. You know what I'm saying?
I want like a heart and shit like that.
We can do it at home, girl.
Oh,
I already watched the YouTube video. You can order,
say no more.
you can order the stuff on Amazon.
Say no
Please do
more.
not do dental work off YouTube videos.
It's not dental work.
Okay, I don't know.
You just added shit to your now.
It's just on top of the
Yeah.
It's
Ain't
on
that
top.
I
crazy?
remember I used to take the double mint gum wrappers and put them on my teeth.
Oh yeah. Make you a little grill.
Yeah, something
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Don't fuck around and
Aluminum
have a cavity though.
foil.
Fuck around and have a cavity and put that aluminum foil on your teeth. You never be the same.
Oh.
I'm glad we got you here. We got the book here on the table. What's the name of the book?
Anticipated Eternity.
Yes.
Excited about
Yeah,
that?
I'm super excited. It's interesting because I've been working on it for so long, and now it's here, and I'm like, oh, is it here? Like, is this real? It's like, wow, I have a book. Like, but yeah, it feels good. I'm excited.
How you come up with the name Anticipated Eternity?
It actually comes from one of the pieces that's in there, and it's like the last line is anticipated eternity in a battle of the hearts. So it was kind of just like how I was looking at, like relationships, or at that time, I guess a rocky relationship, and it's like, yeah, these hearts is battling, and you trying to figure out if y'all gonna last, like that type of thing. So yeah, anticipated eternity.
Yeah, true. And it is a book about like, poems and like love, stages of love and everything, right?
Yeah, so basically I took a lot of pieces that I had, I've written throughout the years. Yeah.
How many years is years?
A good amount.
At least about probably, a range, I don't know, probably within like 5 years, but definitely some of the stuff is definitely like 10 years old at least.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. But yeah, it's kind of broken up into some sections based on like, a couple different stages. I ain't gonna say too much because they gotta read it.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I'm excited to read
You gotta go
it.
grab
Yes.
You gotta go
With
grab it.
exclusive look.
So this is poetry, correct?
Yeah, and quotes.
And
So,
quotes.
I feel like a single line, that thing can hit. So is that still a poem?
For real.
Like one line, but it just hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know there's different poems, but I don't know. Like, I know there's haikus.
Yeah, all kinds of.
I don't know.
Yeah.
About it.
Oh, and odes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
I see. I'll take it there. So when it came to this book, right, and you were putting it together, and you looked over all this work, which one is your favorite that you have to tell somebody, you know what, if you really want to hear what I'm working with and what this book, pops out like, go to this one and read this one?
That's hard because I feel like 3 things pop into mind. The first one and the last one, I really like the way I like the first one that I chose to put in, and the last one. The last one is only one line though.
Okay.
And it comes from kind of like a spoken word piece that I did probably in like 2013, 14, but I lost it. I can't even find it. I had put it on YouTube, can't find it. But I always remember that one line, and it, yeah. So, Mom, should I say it? I don't know. It just stuck with me.
Yeah, because it's different to see, because, you know, we've had people here who are like, oh, I do poetry.
Yeah.
I started with poetry. And a lot of rappers start with poetry. Mm-hmm. But they always veer away from it and just rap. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you kind of did the same. You started with poetry, you started rapping. Mm-hmm. But what made you double back to pushing this out? You know, I think we had some work from you. I think we had a full album like 2020, and then we've been focusing on this, and then you came with this. You had a couple singles, but then you came with this. What made this be what you paid attention to, other than over rap?
I have a couple of poetic songs that are unreleased, and so I think I was actually like thinking about another project that I was gonna work on that had like these more poetic songs and actually like some kind of like, I don't know if you would consider them free verse poems. They're not really poems, but they're kind of like little tiny short stories, and I was gonna kind of make this project out of all of this stuff. And I think looking back at those little short stories that I have, I don't know, it just made me go through all of my notebooks and stuff, and I'm looking at all of this stuff. And I also, you know, I read books like that, like what's her name, like Rupi Kaur. She's very The Sun and Her Flowers,
okay.
Milk and Honey, very popular like poetry books. And I was like, I should make one. Like, why not? I have the material, so I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you spoke about Mr. Shabazz.
Yeah, Shabazz, yeah.
Oh, Shabazz. Got you, Mr. Shabazz. How did he introduce you to, you know, writing poetry and everything like that? Who is he even?
Right, see, y'all tapped in.
We read books.
Well, he actually, I grew up in Siler City. He was from Chapel Hill, and he actually came to my English class. I think we was in like 7th or 8th grade. And he came and we were doing like a poetry circuit. So, you know, he had us playing different games. Our homework was to like write a poem about, you know, whatever subject or whatever. And yeah, I liked it, I guess. And I just got into it from there. So yeah, pretty much since middle school.
That's what's up.
He probably don't even know. He done changed my life.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. It's gonna double back.
Right, because I don't know where he's at. You know what I mean? I gotta look him up.
It'll find him. It'll find him.
I tried to get into the whole poetry thing. I just can't really put all the words together the way I wanted it to be. So, you know, I'm gonna just let y'all have it.
Let y'all have it.
You can express yourself like to yourself, you know.
Yeah, you right. So
Like,
get it out. I need to do like journals or some shit like that
Yeah.
one day.
I just really want to point out the fact that I can't let it go now. Go ahead, raise your glasses for a toast.
You know what? I'm still getting it.
It's my fault
And need
a
some
little
more.
bit. It's my fault a little bit. We broke the glass in transit, but we didn't want to let it go to waste. But so I want to turn a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Because I know that you grew up with your grandparents. Where?
I'm scared. In Siler City.
Siler City?
Yeah.
So that's like right outside Chapel Hill.
It's like 30 minutes or so.
So growing up with your grandparents, what did that do for you? Were both of your grandparents there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was your main place you stayed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how did that form what you call love? How did that kind of influence you on like how you feel about what love is, seeing that your grandparents were they married for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, did that influence you at all? Or did it not?
Makes you think.
And we can skip this too.
I mean, it is what it is, and I mean, you know, they're not really technology savvy, but quite honestly, like, it's just a lot of stuff that I didn't really realize growing up. I don't really know that I ever like got any influence from their relationship and thinking like, oh, this is love, and like that's what I'm after.
Okay.
I mean, they, you know, people be having stuff going on. They
Yes,
had their
Lord.
own thing going on, which I didn't really realize until I got older. But even still, in that situation, like growing up there, I wouldn't say they specifically kind of like influenced my art in any way. I feel like, I don't know, but yeah, that's about it.
It's okay to be careful. It's okay to stop.
Yeah.
So basically, you kind of like seeing it for you to know, like, you know, what to do and what not to do, kind of. Or no, not.
Not really, because I feel like And then too, it's like okay, not even anything about their relationship, but like their grandparents, and so sometimes older people, especially when they're raising their grandchild, it's in like a whole different generation. Sometimes it's hard to have that communication and that understanding because it's like my grandma was super, religious, spiritual, whatever. And my grandpa was kind of just like, so it's like I'm right. Yeah. And I'm stuck in the middle of her being super strict and him being really chill. But yeah, and then when I became a teenager, some of the communication, like, so who knows when I figured out how to handle love, child. He's still working on it, baby, but it's, it's
right. Well, speaking of love, is there a special man in your life?
Yeah, I got me a baby boo.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
what you be calling me.
There you go.
You start picking up their lingo.
Oh, yeah.
Over time.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I feel you. We here, girl. We here.
Right.
So I want to transition a little bit because I want to talk about the music as well, right? So I've been listening to the music, and I've become a fan now. I just have a question. Habla inglés?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay, cool. Because I ain't know if you want to talk back in Spanish. That's all I got.
I ain't know what to say, really.
My wife told me how to say that. In the car.
You gotta be careful though. You start speaking Spanish to somebody, next thing you know,
they go crazy. I be like, poquito.
Right,
but the reason I say that is because there's been a couple songs that you have broken out in full-blown, what I would consider full-blown Spanish.
Yeah.
Is that like something that you learned as an elective in high school, or is that like a family thing?
No, quite honestly, yeah. Like I started getting into Spanish in school. I mean, we started taking Spanish in like elementary, but I definitely got into it like in 9th grade. I don't know, I just like languages, and I'm just kind of like a words person in general. So reading, writing, and then like kind of foreign language, like just kind of are like natural for me. I'm definitely not fluent in Spanish, but ever since high school, like I actually started learning enough to actually make conversation, and I had friends too, and then starting to listen to their music. And you can listen to a song in Spanish and not know what they're saying, and it's still gonna bop, but like I wanted to know what they're saying, so I would look it up, make sure I knew, and then actually that started helping me with conversation or with writing my own music. Like usually if I'm writing a song, I'm gonna write it without, like I'm gonna use words that I know without having to look it up, because I wanted to obviously come to my head naturally. But yeah, high school, friends, and music.
That's what's up. See, that's good, because all I know is, hola, ¿cómo estás? To keep that shit pushing.
Keep that shit pushing? I think that's
Hell
it.
Yeah.
So you had the single Dead out, that dropped late last year, right?
Yeah, like July.
Mid last year.
Yeah.
And then you also dropped the freestyle remix to Girls Want Girls, I think, a Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that.
Right, writing stuff, rocking it, child.
So because the last full body work was 2020, now we're getting some singles. Is that going to lead up to something this year? We dropped the book. Are we going to also drop an EP, an album, or something like that this year too?
Yeah, following the book, I'm actually going to drop a single though. It's like a long-awaited single. It's like one of my poetic songs, and it was actually the first song I started performing, like in 2019 when I started doing music. And so like for people that have seen me perform this universe, and like it's like everybody's favorite song, it's like my favorite song. So I'm actually working on that because I just feel like it's perfect timing, because it's like more of a poetic song. But I am planning on dropping like a little EP or something later on in the year. Later on in the year, with my little Excel box.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your name is TAOP. So how did that even come about?
I really can't remember like when I came up with Exhale. Like that's even before I started like performing and putting stuff out. Like that was like I had that tattooed on the back of my neck, and I think I got that tattoo before I had my son, and that was in like 2015. So like it's been my name for a while, even when I wasn't really doing anything like proactive with my music. The TAOP.
What does that mean?
It stands for the art of persuasion. How it became a part of my name, I don't even know. I think it was just always like a phrase that stuck with me in terms of like what poetry is, or even like what music is. It's the art of persuasion. You're supposed to feel the vibes if they did their job like on a track or whatever. I don't know why I put them together, but I think it was because when I was like really registering my name and like getting in the business side of things, like, you know, it's other Exhale out there. So I just wanted to add something to
it so you can be exclusive for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Exhale, and I've heard you talk about Exhale and like TAOP being like the poetry person and Exhale being kind of like the rap, alter ego type situation, if you want to say it like that. But my question is, if that is the case, which one do you prefer to create in? Like, which one is more fun to is it like the poetry sitting down, or is it like, you know, those tracks that you've been doing, that dead type of stuff? You know, what do you?
I feel like that's like it's a little bit of both, because I feel like when you writing that poetic track, like my song Universe, like if you hear like it's like line for line, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like then I look back and I'm like, dang, I wrote that. But that's the same with the box though, like, you know, it's hard. But I think my favorite thing is kind of blending them. So like the project you keep bringing up from 2020, the feels, you know, that was kind of my way of, like I'll be poetic, but then I'll still kind of like, I'm trying to think of that one song. It was like, dang, I can't remember the words. But yeah, how does that song? It's like fall in your arms and get lost and you float through your atmosphere looking for clouds to crash into. I'm engulfing your particles. I feel like I'm part of you. I'll play my part for you. So it's like I'll take the poetry, but then I still pop my shit a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's probably my favorite. Like
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like to do that.
That's definitely connected.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when I think of like, wait, you said you was performing this Universe song early on?
Mm-hmm.
Was that an open mic at like Skewers and all that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So tell me about how comfortable are you on stage right now? Are you very comfortable on stage?
I mean, technically, yeah, but I still, you know, get jitters or whatever. And then I'd be like, why are you having jitters? You literally like in a week, like
15 shows
for like
in a
2
week.
years,
Right.
yeah. But I'm human. I mean, like what she say, it's my art. I'm sensitive about my shit, so I guess I just be overthinking it sometimes, and then it'll go fine. And I'm like, oh, that was great. But like, I still get nervous. But then I think it's like when that music starts and you realize you're like, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, you know, it goes away, and then you don't think about it till right after, and you're like, oh God, I think that was lit.
And then you also have like, so you put out the music and you also have visuals and everything on that, and they be like hella fire. So,
Thank you.
and I be like getting the concept. So how do you like come up with the concept?
Really just sitting around thinking about it, chopping it up with my friends, and be like, well, what vibes is this giving you?
I love Pull Up. Pull Up was
Thank you.
That shit is nice.
Thank you. But yeah, that's really it. Just like brainstorming with people, you know, and we're chopping it up, like throwing our ideas out, and then if it's something that I like or I feel like, it goes with, you know, the song, I'll be like, all right, let's do it.
How does it feel like starring in your actual own music video?
I mean, it's really weird. This is a weird, like, thing to be doing in general, because
Indeed.
it's like,
Not everybody can do it, for real.
but then it's like, you know, when you're in the position, you know, you're already thinking about like where you're trying to be at. So I feel like sometimes where I'm at right now, like to some people it looks hype. To me, I'm like, oh, I got so many, I ain't even touched the surface at all. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, I mean, yeah, this is fun, but like, I'm trying to put this out, like, we gotta run this up. So I'm just, you know, trying to stay consistent. But I mean, it is fun. It's fun. And I like, you know, obviously, of course, you know, I like the attention or going places and people like, oh, hey, Excel. I'm like, oh, hey. Like, but, you know, yeah, so that is cool.
So with things being heavy on relationships and like, you know, you said you're in a relationship, you didn't say a name, and I'm not going to say the nickname, wrong. Okay. But I wonder, how do you feel about this whole Rihanna ASAP Rocky thing that's going on across the internet? Like, for me, I didn't know what was happening until I opened up Instagram, and then boom, it's everywhere. Do you think
what exactly is happening? I know they're pregnant.
They're
but
pregnant.
Like,
do you think? Well, what I'm saying is, what's happening is that it's so publicized, all these relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think, in your position, where you know you're looking to be in a space where you're going to be on that platform and you have your relationship, do you think you go more private, or do you do things like that where you might be a little more sharing to the world?
I'm more private in general as far as social media, like, but then I mean, we go places all the time. I mean, people know, and if you're around and you're relevant to my life. I mean, you're gonna know. I think I thought about it more when I first started, because I was like, I'm just getting started. Like, I don't know, like, you know, I don't really care now, because obviously, like, I love him and stuff, so who cares? But like, but I mean, yeah, I don't really care. Like, every now and again, if we're like doing something, like I'll post something, and I mean, people know. And then random people, I'm like, I don't really care if you know. And I mean, we gotta be honest. Like, just because you posting all the time.
Yes, Lord.
I know plenty of people that's gonna post each other every single day, and baby, it's toxic. So
hell yeah.
You know, you gotta
They
think
be thinking
about
that shit goals and shit. You don't know what's going on in that relationship.
And then when you do
At least
know,
the
you be like,
picture was goals. It was the pictures.
I mean, it was cute,
baby,
but
alright.
Good pictures.
you know, I ain't.
This
about
don't
to-
mean nothing though. Like, it don't matter. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if we, I mean, you know, we might not post all the time, but our relationship, I mean, may or may not be, you know, but more stable than somebody else's, and they posting every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, but also, so I want to say this. Yeah, we're gonna move past that, bro. I got you, bro. I see it. No, but I'm saying. So I also want to bring this up because I like to shine light on this, and excuse me if this is okay, but you are a single parent, right?
I mean, yeah, if you
Single
mean I
mother.
ain't with my baby daddy, but
Okay.
I mean,
But
I'm
you-
not
but
doing
you-
it by myself, but yeah.
Yes, Lord. See, I
Understandable.
appreciate you saying that. So, I appreciate you saying that. No, because listen, there's a lot of blended families out here, and you know, there's a lot of women who consider themselves, you know, single mothers when they do have somebody who has stepped up or who has shown, who has been okay with being in that position. But I want to say this: was there homeschooling? I mean, not homeschooling. Was there virtual learning with your kids?
Mm-hmm.
How was that for you?
Rough.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only parent in the world.
It was a struggle because, for one, I mean, patience in general, regardless with a child, is hard sometimes. And then on top of that,
Zero.
like, right.
None.
And they're at home, so then they feel, you know, like they can do this and do that and come talk to you every 5 seconds.
And my wife laughing, right?
Mhm.
Listen, I've never seen a refrigerator door get open so much. Like, just for nothing. I asked them, are y'all hot? Is something wrong? They in the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God, I actually understand why the teachers be hitting me up. Y'all on some bullshit.
Right.
Y'all doing everything but learning in there.
Or like they're on the camera, the teacher talking, and they got a toilet and trying to show their friend. I'm like, can
What
you
are
chill,
we
bro? Like,
doing?
this is still school.
Right.
It's funny as hell, bro.
And the only thing they come back with, so what you learned today? Jimmy has 104 nights. That ain't even nothing we talking about here. 6 + 3. I'll get back to you. No, but I just wanted to highlight that because I really feel like people being able to balance that and chase their dreams at the same time, make sure that their kids is good and that there's some stability. And shout out to all the dudes getting credit, because I've been one of those guys to step up and make sure that everything is on the up and up because it's for the kids. So I'm glad you're doing that. So we about to get some free stuff from you? Or we about to get something from you? We can do something.
Something.
When you come here,
Not crazy.
I'm setting the tone now. When you come here, we do something. All right, we doing something. But listen, while we're on the way out, I want you to tell them where they can get the book, where they can follow you, where they can hear your music, all that.
Look, y'all, so it's Exhale TAOP, the Art of Persuasion. That's EXHALE TAOP. That's on everywhere. Social media, streaming platforms, everywhere. The book is available February 20th. I got the pre-order popping right now. So I got it on hand. It will also be available on Amazon.
Yes, Lord.
So, you know, Exhale TAOP, that's all you got to type in. You feel me?
Well, I appreciate you having us.
No.
I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you bringing this book out. You know, letting us kind of
I'm
get
ready
the
to
first
get
little
mine.
look at it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we are here at After Lunch Podcast. It's the world's favorite uncle. It is Mr. J.Law. Yes, Lord. And of course, I'm here
It's
with.
your girl, Tati. Oh, it's your girl, Tatiana.
She forgot the camera was on. We had another good one. Exhale TLP in the building. We see y'all
Big
next
Joa.
time. Appreciate y'all.
Say it again. Tay-op. Big Tay-op.
Yeah,
Big
it's
Tay-op.
like a fast forward, rewind, cut.